All right, guys, we're done. The Pittsburgh Harbor Freight engine stand is complete. Couple things to talk about. Everything's snugged down nice and neat. The back stationary casters, they only go one direction. As I tightened down the bolt and nut, I kind of crushed the caster in place more so there's less play than there was in the part 2 video. I wouldn't have minded if there was a set of casters just like the front on the back. I don't think it would have made any difference to me. Maybe you guys have an opinion about that. Maybe it'd be hard to control it, but if I could probably do something different, I would just get another set of 2 casters and cut that metal off and drill a hole and bolt the same ones there, because there's locks on them and such, so it doesn't matter. You got to run to the hardware store to pick up some grade 8 bolts. You don't have to buy grade 8. I recommend grade 8, if you're doing anything, that you want to make sure you got a good, bolt there. Every time I think of stainless bolts, different zinc coated bolts, I just get nervous, like, what's the strength value? I think these are like grade 5 or 3 or something less. So I think I should probably have a grade 8 bolt holding it up. I'll show you that here in a second. These bolts back here. Also, you got to cut them. So measure your bolt and how deep it's going to go into the head. And you cut off the excess with a grinder. I could have showed you how to do that, but you guys know how to do that. And if you don't, you can look it up. If you have a question, I could describe it too. Anything that I'd say in these videos, if you have any questions, just put it down in the comments. So it's okay. I like it. It's going to look cool once I get this engine all painted. It's at a high elevation too. Like I'm 5'10", 5'11", if I wear the right boots. And this is right up in my belly. So there's not much bending over. And you could probably see this like in a cool garage, like up against the wall here, maybe at a later date. And you could have it decorated. And it'll keep it elevated high enough where you can appreciate it, as you're walking through the shop. Which I like the idea of showing it off. That's why I wanted to have a nice engine stand. Valve covers. I started cleaning them up. I cleaned this one up. Really impressed with how you can get them to shine and how worn out they were. Look like these breathers. But unfortunately, this one didn't clean up as good. And there's a pinhole right there. I don't know if you guys got the eye on it. Looks like a little donut. Looks like a crater. So I'm going to say that it's not worth messing anymore with these valve covers and the oil pan. That's going to come off. And we're just going to get new dress up stuff. Maybe I'll do a better job cleaning the intake and getting the mice poop out of there and whatnot. And shine that up in some way. Maybe spray that silver, spray the rest of the engine black. I don't know yet what the color scheme is going to be, but that's a little update. I dropped the oil. The oil was clean. I had a nice piece of metal L bracket that was perfectly shiny, and I let the oil run through it in the sun. And it was the easiest way to tell if you have shavings or any impurities that not impurities, but anything that you can see that's contaminating it, that you could see with the naked eye. Basically, I just let the oil roll right down this slide in the sun, and it's clean. I'm very happy. Probably like 12,000 miles. Probably like 3,000 or 4,000 miles on the oil. Perfect timing to do an oil change. It just sat, and that's why we got the surface rust on this, cheaper metal product, chrome, I guess. I'm rambling. I like it. It's cool. Stay tuned for the next video when I start to dive into the oil pan. See if it's a 4-bolt or 2-bolt. Either way, I'm happy to have it. I think this is going to be a good run engine. And then I got to start looking for a project, man. I got to put this in something. I'm visualizing like a square body Chevy, 4-wheel drive. Be nice to get a K5 Blazer that I could just daily drive. I only live about 15 minutes, 10 minutes from town. And there's no reason why I can't go to town in style in the summer and let this plow truck gas guzzler chill. Like this thing burns a ton of fuel. It's probably 10 miles to the gallon. It's an 8.1 496. And that 350 with a decent little carb on it and a lighter weight truck, I bet you you know. But then we put the super swampers on it, and that goes out the window. So who knows? Stay tuned. There's lots more fun where this came from. And if you guys are looking for a chandelier, garbage picked. See ya.